Okay. What's up, y'all? So I'm a couple minutes late again. My fault. But tonight, I'm going to be giving you guys some game, all right, on how to get financial freedom in real estate investing. Okay. I get calls all the time, man. Calls, emails, DMs, comments, you name it. I've got, what is it, 72,000 followers on TikTok, another seven on Instagram, another 4,000 some odd subscribers on YouTube, all about real estate investing and entrepreneurship. All right. And the main question I get is, how do I get started in real estate? Like that's the question. So what I did was one, I put together three tips on how you can get started. But then on top of that, I put together my ACEs method for you guys so that once you do get started, you can absolutely have success in real estate investing, and you don't need a lot of money, nor do you need credit checks. All right. You can do it by becoming the bank and using creative financing. But I'm going to give you the artistry behind this. All right. I'm not about to talk to you about no technical um real estate industry jargon, none of that stuff. All right. I'm going to give you guys the actionable knowledge that you need to get in this game and change your life, just like I changed mine. And I changed mine in a year. Really, it was less than a year, right? But for those of you that don't know me, my name is Gene Boykin. I'm the founder of the GoGetter Family Investing Academy. All right. I want to thank you guys for popping on with me tonight. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you feel like I bring you some value, consider subscribing.
I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. Hustle to the end. We some no quitters. Knock it out the park. We for show hitters. Right, left hemisphere. That's a dome splitter. Yeah. Control our own destiny. Make moves. Cultivate whole legacy. Creative finance. Bring more ecstasy. The right ingredients. Now that's a dope recipe.
Yo, what's good, everybody? So, man, it is Friday night. It has been a crazy week for me and my team. We implemented some new stuff. Man, I invested a ton of money into the Go Getter family. All right, but I did that for the Go Getter family members and the aspiring members. All right, and I'll touch base on that a little bit later. But first, what I want to talk to you about is how to get started in real estate investing. All right. And as most of you guys know, man, the mission of my channel is to give you guys the actionable knowledge that you need to close real estate transactions, all right, on your own at that, without having to go to a bank, without having to go beg people to borrow money. All of those degrading things, all of those things that give us anxiety. You know what I mean? When we think about it, right? Like it's like, man, I want to get into real estate investing, but I don't have a large sum of money. Right. I mean, I've been daydreaming about this. I've been dreaming about it my whole life, but I don't have the money, man. You know what I mean? Or I don't have a large sum, or I mean, a bank that's going to back me because I don't have great credit. I wasn't taught about credit when I was young, man. My parents put electricity bills in my name, man, water bills in my name. So my credit's been bad my whole life. Before I even knew the word credit, my credit was messed up. You feel me? So I didn't stand a chance, man. I didn't stand it. Yo, my guy Saeed's on here. All right, what's up, homie? That's my dog right there. So I'm about to give it to you tonight too, Saeed. So man, peep game. But for those of you that have questions, go ahead and put it in the comments, and then I'll answer questions for you on the second half of the show. Granted, I have time, man. I get on some long-winded diatribes sometime, man. So y'all gotta stick with me. You know what I mean? Um, but tonight I'm going to give you guys a little bit of the step by step on how you can get started, man. If you don't know anything about real estate, all right, there are some basic principles that you need to follow, and this will give you success in real estate investing. All right, so I'm going to give you guys three basic things. All right, but then I'm going to jump into my ACEs method. All right. And that thing goes super hard, man. And it's not a bunch of technical stuff. It's not a bunch of high level elite. You got to have studied for, 2 years to know that. So no, We're not doing that, man. I'm giving you guys the raw outline of what you need to do fundamentally to be successful in real estate, man. I get on YouTube, I get on social media, and I see other influencers, man, other quote unquote experts, and it's just not the information, man. It's like they're gatekeepers and they want to talk above your head, using a bunch of technical terms and things like that. Well, we're not doing that today. All right. That's not what the Go Getter family is about, man. So if you have ever in life called yourself a go getter, this is the place for you. The Go Getter family. Not only do we make money in real estate by helping homeowners, we help them, man. And in turn, a side effect of that is we get paid very well and we get an investment property on top of that. But in addition to that, I'm plugging you guys in with some ways to make money in the digital economy, man. And you don't even got to spend no money for that, too. So it's pretty dope. I'll touch base on that later. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about, right, to get started in real estate investing, all right, the very first thing that you should do, that you need to do as an investor, and I don't care if you're coming in this game with $1 million or you're coming in this game like me with $2, you have to get familiar with creative financing options. All right. You've got to get familiar with creative financing because if you don't, what you're doing is you are limiting yourself. That's all you're doing. You are putting a limit on yourself. You are muzzling yourself, man. I've got so many tools in my tool belt to get a real estate transaction done. There damn near isn't a thing that I cannot do. I mean, I'm getting deals done, man, that where real estate agents, real estate brokers, real estate lawyers are like, man, this guy's a freaking magician. And really, guys, it's not that difficult. Okay, so you want to get familiar, just familiarize yourself because I'm going to give you these other things to do, right? So you don't have to become an expert, all right, but you do want to familiarize yourself with creative financing, so seller financing and owner financing. All right. You want to familiarize yourself with that because there's things inside of that contracts that you have to agreement for deed, contract for deed, right? Installment land contracts. So those are seller financing, owner financing types of situations, right? Um, Options, lease options, right? You familiarize yourself with the way that those transactions work logistically. All right. Who does what? Who is who in that transaction? All right. That's the first thing, man. Creative financing. Because listen, if you just come in this game and you're like, yeah, I'm going to be a wholesaler, I want to wholesale. Well, guess what happens? If you can't find a deal that is what's their equation? 70% below market value minus the repairs. That's the offer I can make as a wholesaler. So now I'm boxed in, man. I mean, I'm boxed in. I only got one option. So, I mean, don't you want to have options? Aren't options good? You know what I mean? Like, think about it, right? So you want to know multiple ways to get a transaction done. So you got creative financing with seller financing, owner financing, all right, wholesaling, and then subject to. All right. So once you familiarize yourself with the types of transactions you can do, that's what held me back, man. That was the mistake that I made. I'm trying to stop you guys from making the same mistakes that I made. All right. So when I first got into real estate, all I knew about was like being a realtor or, doing fix and flips or being a landlord, right? Doing buy and holds the traditional way. Man, that shit is played, dude. Man, that shit is so played. I'm not even gonna sit up here and hold you. It's played. Dude, that is the prehistoric way to do real estate. All right. Buy and holds, borrowing money from the bank or using your own money or going to a hard money lender. Don't do it, guys, because you don't have to. All right. So you want to familiarize yourself with the creative financing strategies. All right. Then the next thing is you've got to start looking for off market deals. Off market, guys. Listen to me now. If it is for sale, you don't want it. All right. If it's for sale, if somebody is selling it, I don't want it, man. I'll take it now. Don't get it twisted, right? Like if it falls in my lap, I'm gonna take it. I'm not turning nothing down, man. Barely even my collar. You feel me? I'm gonna keep that thing popped. But if we want all off market, okay, no competition leads. Those are the best types of deals that you can get, and because if it's off market, that means there's a problem for you to solve. So if you're not coming into this game with a bunch of money, right, or great credit, having a financial backer of some sort, if you can solve a person's problem, you can get a house. All right. If you're solving their real estate problem. And I'll say this, right? A person may have a problem with their home. Okay. All right. But, but I can guarantee you to 100% degree of certainty that is not their only problem. It rolls downhill. So if there's a real estate problem, that real estate problem is now exacerbating another issue, right? It's magnifying another situation that they had because real estate is so important. All right. So you want to find off-market deals, and I give you guys a lot of game on how to do that. All right, but I'm just there's one more thing, right? Because I told you guys on the thumbnail 3 ways, but then I'm going to get into my ACEs method, man, and this thing goes super hard. I got a little presentation for you and the whole nine, man. I'm going hard for my go-getter family because we got to do it, guys. See, this is the thing, and here goes another diatribe right here. All right, I'm about to go off on a tangent. All right, so you just got to bear with me, man, or scroll on through. You know what I'm saying? I hope that you stay though, because I'm going to give you some game. So we um we have fear confused. All right, we've got fear confused because fear fear is you a person taking a precaution for an immediate danger. That means like you're stepping out into traffic and there's a car coming. That is immediate danger. All right. But what we confuse it with is anxiety because we'll think to ourselves, oh, what if this goes wrong? Right? What if I miss this step? I'll mess up the whole deal. What if I get this comment all the time in my TikTok, man, and it kind of works my nerves. What if I don't find a buyer? Well, what if you do? Right? What if you do? So fear, we are supposed to have fear, right? Because if there's an immediate danger, we need to figure that out. We need to jump out of the way of that car, right? If it's coming our direction. So we need to have fear because that saves our lives. But this anxiety that we put on ourselves, guys, it's made up. We are making up a thought in our mind that a situation is going to go a certain way. And I'll tell you this right now. If you're sitting up here thinking about all of the ways that something will go wrong, trust me, it will go wrong. Guys, I had to turn down a student this past week that wanted to be a student of mine, man. He wanted to be a student of mine, but all he could think about was the ways that things will go wrong. Oh man, this hurt me too. I'm not even gonna lie. This dude even said, he said, so do you have a money back guarantee? Like if something happens to you and you can't teach anymore? I was like, what the fuck, dude? Are you fuck? What the I was like, you know what? You right, man. You right. Yeah. I was like, you need to wait a little while. To get you got some things that you need to grow in order to be successful at this. And the reason why I went that direction is because if you come into a situation with the mindset of all of this stuff that could go wrong, all this stuff that could go wrong, it will go wrong. It will. And I feel responsible for a person's success when they pay me to get into my mentorship or my group coaching. Me and my team are responsible for your success. That's why we have an application process, man. You cannot just pay me and be in my mentorship program. It does not work like that because we want to make sure that you're a good fit because I want 100% success rate with my people. And the people that go at it alone, right? There are people that can do it alone, man. They can, but it takes much longer to learn these things. Right? It takes a whole lot longer. But when you have a group, man, a tribe of people with that same mindset, with that same goal in mind, with some knowledgeable, experienced people that are actually doing this business, you're giving yourself the best chance in the world, man, to get it done. So you want to think to yourself, what do I need to do to be successful at this? Not what if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? What do I need to do to be successful at this? That brings me to my third thing of how you can get started in real estate. All right. So listen to me, guys. People think that you have to be a realtor to get into real estate. All right. But being a realtor, and I love realtors, man, I do, because you guys are go-getters, man. You guys are straight hustlers. Because to be a good realtor, if you're not coming in with a bunch of connections or like your parents own the brokerage or something, you have a difficult time getting leads. Like you got to go out there and you got to generate those leads on your own, and you got to hustle for that. You got to spend money. You got to be moving and shaking, man. So you don't have to be a realtor, man. The misconception with realtors is that they make a ton of money And as soon as you become a realtor, you're just going to start making money. That's not true. That is not true. When you become a realtor, 9 times out of 10, you will not get your first paycheck as a realtor until about a year in, one whole year. So you're going to be spending your own gas money. You're going to be spending your own money on marketing. You're going to be spending your own money taking out leads and stuff to dinner and things like that. So being a realtor is not it. But the third thing, the way that you can get started in real estate. So the first thing was educate yourself in creative financing strategies. Second thing was start looking for off-market deals, man, foreclosures, divorces, probates, tired landlords, stuff like that, right? Code violations, off market where you can solve a problem. The third thing is network, guys. You have got to network. And you want to network, you can network with realtors, right? And the way that you network, I'm going to give you the way, right? You've got to provide value. So if you're networking with some sort of professional, you want to go to them and you want to see what they need help with. What can I do for you to make your life easier? Because I just want to be around you so that I can learn the real estate stuff that you're around. So you can be a runner for a realtor. You can help them to generate their leads, man. And you're doing this for free because you are getting this real estate knowledge. But also, guys, notaries. If you are a notary, you are one making money right away, right? Because you're making money to notarize documents. But notaries, man, they are doing real estate closings. They're getting calls from banks, from attorneys, from realtors, you name it. Being around a notary, you will get real estate knowledge. Now, the other thing is wholesalers, right? You can go be a cold caller for a wholesaler, a gopher. You can be a cold caller and work on commission only because you're learning the industry. You are learning about contracts, right? They're basic contracts, but you're learning about them nonetheless. Um, but another one is go be an assistant for a property manager. Property manager. They're dealing with tenants. They're dealing with maintenance men, contractors. They're dealing with real estate stuff all the time, all of the time. But listen, guys, my name's Gene Boykin. All right. For those of you that are just popping on, I'm the founder of the GoGetter Family Academy. And this is where I teach you my 7 steps to becoming the bank, y'all. 7 steps to becoming the bank with real estate investing. No credit checks, no W-2s, no debt to income ratios, no proof of income. Guys, I just got a house last Friday under contract, recorded the documents this Monday, man. That house was worth 241,000, taking over the existing mortgage of 166, and then I'm paying out the seller $30,000. That 30,000 is not coming out of my pocket. I'm getting another free one. But what I wanted to discuss with you tonight, though, is something really special, man. Really special. It is my ACEs method. All right. My ACEs method. So let's take a look at this real quick. Now, you follow this method, and I will nearly guarantee your success. I will guarantee your success. But you've got to follow the method. ACEs. All right. ACEs method. Now, the A is for awareness, okay? How are you making people aware that you can help them with the real estate problem? If people don't know that you exist and that you are doing what you're doing, they'll never reach out to you. You could be standing next to a person that really needs your help with real estate. But if they don't know that you're a wholesaler or that you're a real estate investor or that you're a realtor or whatever, they won't talk to you about it. You'll never know. How are you making them aware? Right. And then the next thing is credibility, right? The C, ACEs method, awareness, credibility slash counseling, right? What is your method for gaining credibility and trust from your client? Guys, this is the game winning philosophy for real estate right here. I'm telling you, awareness, people know that you exist, know that you do this business. Credibility and counseling. What is your method for gaining that credibility and trust from your client? Then the E is for educate. How are you educating your prospect on the many other options that exist for them besides using realtors and borrowing money from the bank? How are you educating your clients on that? All right, your prospects. Then the S is for securing the deal. How are you securing yourself from the many pitfalls that exist in real estate? All right, 95% of real estate investors fail. The other 5% are extraordinarily successful because they follow this method in some way, shape, or form. So let's dive right in, guys. This is pretty much a free workshop for you guys. We're going to start with the A, awareness, marketing. Now, listen to me. When people hear marketing, they think money. Marketing is so much more than just having to spend money. All right. Marketing is social media. Now, you can get in classified ads, but you can put up flyers that you made on your computer at home. You can put them up on bulletin boards at local businesses like hair salons, little corner stores, nail salons. You know what I mean? You name it, man. Um, you're making people aware that you exist. Okay. Business card stands. I just put some business cards up in a stand at a place in my city called Pizza Ranch. Man, my daughter loves it because they've got a big old arcade in there now, man. So but they got the business card stand right up at the front, man, where you pay. And I just saw a bunch of random business cards in there. I was like, shit, I'm throwing mine in there. Why wouldn't I? The more that you are out there, the more people become aware that you exist and that you can help them. So you got flyers and then you got networking, right? So I'm about to give you guys some points on how to do this. You can use mailers, right? You can use mailers. And you're not mailing just to random, places. Some people, some experts, man, they'll pick they'll have bought a house in a neighborhood, right? It was a distressed property or something like that, and they will just make concentric circles and do mailers all in that neighborhood, all the way out. They'll work their way from the inside out, sending out mailers. Cold calling, guys. Now, this is the thing about marketing and awareness, okay? You can spend some money or you can spend some time, but you're going to have to spend something. You can even do a little bit of both, some money and some of your time, right? So, cold calling, guys, great way to market. Great way. Business cards. You've got to have business cards, all right? I've got two kinds of business cards. I got the physical one, and then I've got a dot card where I can just tap that thing on your phone. Boom, bam. Then you got all my social medias, my websites, my phone numbers, all that stuff. Bandit signs. I personally don't do bandit signs. That's not my style, but it's still a way of making people aware that you exist. Door knocking. I love door knocking, dude. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's how I got like my first, I don't know, 3 houses, I think it was. Door knocking, man. Like I was like, damn, calling them because I'd get nervous over the phone and I was just better face to face. So I'd knock, man. I'd door knock. And I remember I door knocked and I talked to the lady for like 45 minutes. She was in foreclosure. She wanted to see what other options she had to try to save her house. And I was like, cool, and if I can give you any information to do that, I most certainly will. So I leave, man. And about 7 months later, she calls me back and she didn't have that much time left before her auction. I end up buying that house. Then we got text blasts. Now, guys, I do have to say this. My VA, my virtual assistant from the Philippines, she is amazing. She is amazing. Now, what I've done is with some of my students, I've connected them with my virtual assistant and then their network of virtual assistants. And one of my students just 2 weeks ago got set up with my virtual assistant and her team of virtual assistants and started doing a text messaging campaign. Don't you know the same day they kicked off that campaign, he got 2 warm leads. Well, just day before yesterday, I think it was, he signed the contract. He got a house under contract. That house is worth 224,000. He's taking over an existing mortgage of 104,000 and then paying out the seller 5 grand. So about 110,000, and then he has about 115,000 in equity, man, off of these texts. Because think about it, guys. People will you'll do some cold calling, right? And I know if I look at my phone and somebody's calling me and I don't know the number, I'm not answering that thing, man. Go to voicemail. I don't even have my voicemail set up. So I'm not answering, but text messaging, people will answer them text messages. Believe it. Text messaging is a great way for awareness. Then you got email blasts. You got ringless voicemail drops. All right. Then a referral system. I just put out a flyer earlier this week, I think it was, or late last week, about you can get up. I will pay you up to $1,000 if you refer a friend to me. If you refer somebody that needs to sell their home and I end up buying their house, I will pay you for that referral. My all-time favorite right here. My all-time favorite, your power statement. Your power statement is 1 or 2 sentences that explain who you are, who you help, what you help them with, how you help them, and then how long. So you can use your power statement at networking events when you're talking to a prospect. You can put that on your business cards. You can put it on your website. Like that power statement matters because when you are somewhere, whether it's talking to a prospect or at a networking event, and a person says, "Well, what do you do?" And you just start going off on some tangent, man, and you're going right, you're going left, you're going every direction. People lose interest and they stop listening. But with a power statement, it is succinct and to the point. Here at We Buy Houses and Help People, we have a unique way of partnering with property owners to help them pull money out of their properties at an accelerated rate. We can usually get them back into control in 24 hours or less. Boom. That was right off the dome, too, man. Power statement. Now, next, credibility and counseling. Listen to me, guys. I gotta get on the full screen for this. I gotta, hey guys, and don't forget to hit that like button. All right. And if you feel like I bring you some value, consider subscribing. But I had to get on the full screen for this. When we first start talking to a prospect, we are not trying to buy their house. All right, listen to me with this. It sounds counterintuitive, right? A person would think, like, okay, I'm a real estate investor, so I need to go to this person and tell them, yeah, I want to buy your house. Yeah, I got all this money. Yeah, I can offer you this amount of money. No, guys, no, don't do that. You are giving yourself less of a chance of acquiring that property if that is the way that you start. You are giving yourself less of a chance, guys. Understand this about business in and of itself. People don't buy from the business. They buy the person. They buy from the person that they trust, like, and know. Know, like, and trust. Okay. So understand that we don't talk numbers until, man, nearly the damn near the end of the transaction. All right. So I'm about to break that down how you can do this. So credibility and counseling. So you got to create, we have a seller presentation that we use, and it says who we are, what you do, who you help, how you help that person, and then the types of offers that you can make. Okay. Next on that thing is social proof. Who else have you helped and what else have you done? All right. This is why I say though, like if you're new in this game and you don't have any experience, you've never done a transaction. Well, if you're a member of the GoGetter family, guess what? You're under my umbrella. So what I've done, you have done. You have been a part of because the group that you work with, this is what we've done. This is who we've done it for. Right? So all of my students with that seller presentation, they with the testimonials that we put in there, they're my testimonials, but they get to use those. Now some of my students have their own testimonials though. It's beautiful, man. But you've got to have that so that way we are introducing ourselves, guys. They got to get to know who you are. If you want to buy their house, you can't just sorry guys. You can't just go in there just trying to buy that house. It ain't going to work. And then we're doing what's called a needs analysis because remember, we are problem solvers, guys. We're not buying houses, we're buying problems. So you've got to be a professional question asker. And I say this, use interrogatives: who, what, where, when, why, and how questions. It's almost like you got to go in there with the mind of a 2-year-old. For any of those of you that have kids, you know what I'm talking about. They're like, well, why did that happen? How did they do that? Daddy, what is that? Why? How did it get that way? It's almost like you know nothing. And you have to ask these questions to understand the full picture. So if you go into it with the mind of a 2-year-old, trust me. Trust me when I say this, you will get the information that you need. There's no doubt about that. I mean, this thing, oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how well the interrogatives work for me, man, in everyday life. Now, the next thing is education. I love this part of it because once you went through the process and you've done the counseling and the credibility, right? And we're doing a needs analysis. So we're asking those questions throughout and we're doing that seller presentation. And I tell my students, if you're not in front of the prospect, like face to face or on a Zoom, you have your seller presentation up while you're cold calling. That way, you know what to say. Well, here's who we are, Mr. Prospect. Boom, boom, boom. And here's what we do. Bing, bang, bow. And then also, Mr. Prospect, here's who we help. And this is how we help them. And you just read that off. They don't know you're looking at a computer, guys. You got to have your tools out, man. You got to have your tools out. If you have tools to use, have them out, available, and ready so that you can use them. You got to execute, man. Now, next, with education, we are doing what's called a needs awareness now. We've done this needs analysis by asking them questions. So we've gotten some answers. Now, needs awareness. So what this means is this, guys. We're in the education portion. All right. So the prospect, they're not aware of these creative financing tools because they're not real estate professionals 9 times out of 10, unless they're a tired landlord or something. Right. But we're doing a needs awareness by we're asking them, we've got to ask them these two key questions. All right. And this is really after our seller presentation. We ask them, right? How has it been dealing with other investors? Or it just depends on the circumstance, right? So how has it been dealing with other investors up to this point? Or how has it been dealing with your realtor up to this point? Or, how has it been dealing with your bank? Right? If they're in foreclosure or whatever, it just depends on the circumstance. But how has it been dealing with blank? All right. And then what is it that you want to achieve out of all this? And you're quiet after you ask that question, man. I'm giving y'all the freaking sauce right now, dude. Oh my God. And then you've already asked them, you got to ask them this question twice, though, because they will not, usually they don't know right off the cuff, right? Right off the top of their head when you ask them, what is it that they want to achieve with all this? So you ask them the same question, but we're asking it in a different way. So what is it? What's your goal? And then you're quiet. Boom. Now, after you get those answers, all right, after you get those answers, now we're doing what's called a needs diagnosis. Okay, a needs diagnosis. So what you're saying is you just pretty much repeat to them what they told you, all right? But you do it in a particular way. So you say, it sounds like blank, and you repeat their problem back to them, right? So it sounds like you fell behind on your mortgage payments because you got laid off at your job. You were trying to get some help from your bank and you just couldn't get through to anybody. Nobody cared, and after that you just didn't know what to do. Is that an accurate assessment? Boom. Now they know that you were listening to them, guys. Come on now. People will sell to a person they know, like, and trust. This is what will do it for you, man. I'm giving y'all the sauce right now. Now, with the education portion, after you do the needs diagnosis, right here, you become a transaction architect. I freaking love this, man. This is one of my favorite parts of the whole freaking thing right here, man, because we are a transaction architect. One, these people don't know that we can do the things that we can do because they're not real estate professionals, and most people just do not know about this. So, we're going to educate them on the types of deals that we can structure, but it's based on their needs because we have found out what it is they're going through. We found out their pain. Now we're going to take a look at what they want to achieve, what their goal is, and we are going to structure a transaction based off of their pain and their pleasure. And we become the architect in between that gets them from the pain to the pleasure, man. Wow. If people don't watch this video, man, that want to get into real estate investing, shit, I feel bad for them. Now, after you do that, right, we're breaking down these transactions, right? Because we're becoming the transaction architect. Then we're going to provide a needs solution based on a creative real estate transaction. Right. So last week when I got that house, I told, I'm not going to dive into all that, man, but I got a $241,000 house for no money out of my own pocket. All right. No credit checks, no realtors, no appraisers, no inspections, none of that. None of it. I became the bank, man. And the shit's powerful, dude. Straight powerful. So the final step is in the ACEs system is the S, secure the damn deal. You've got to secure the deal. All right. If you do not secure the deal, it can be all for nothing. All the shit that you did for nothing. Understand, guys, the pen is mightier than the sword. It always has been and it always will be. So the type of purchase agreement that we use, it's going to be based on the type of transaction that we're doing. All right. But you always want to use these documents. The Go Getter family does. Now, not everybody uses this limited power of attorney, but the Go Getter family absolutely uses this limited power of attorney, whether it's a subject to, seller financing, whatever it is, man. We are getting that limited power of attorney signed. I don't even care. I'm getting that limited power of attorney signed because I don't want to be running back and forth to the seller down the road when I need documents signed and I got to do something with this house. I got to do whatever it is. And the person I'm going to, they tell me, well, no, you got to have the seller sign this. You got to have so and so. No, I don't, because I am this person in essence, because I'm their power of attorney as it pertains to this property. Also, your deal insurance, guys, memorandum of contract. All right. That is deal insurance. We get that signed and then we and get it notarized and then we record that. That way we are clouding that title saying that this person has agreed to sell us their home. So if they back out of that deal, we can let them back out. Hey, cool. You don't want to sell your house. I'm not going to force you to sell your house. But if they go try to sell it, 2, 3 weeks later, a month later, guess what? My name's going to pop up, man, like a jack in the box, like that one of them crazy jack in the boxes too, like in the scary movies and shit. Yeah, because you're gonna have to pay me. You're gonna have to pay me because that title's clouded with that memorandum. And then the CTF letter, guys, seller acknowledgments. CTF stands for cover the family. All right, cover the family. You want to make sure that you are protected. CTF letter merely says that this person was not under the influence of alcohol, drugs, they're sane, they're of the right age, they are the owner of this property, they understand the deal, the negotiation was fair, there is no other deal outside of the paperwork, all of that stuff. All right. So now, you become the bank, y'all. Boom. I love it. I love it. So, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Looks like we got a couple of questions up here. My guy Nick Bravo from Grand Island. Cash buyers don't have to be in your same city. Look throughout the state and even foreign investors. Absolutely. 100%, man. Good point. Found sign shops that can do the door magnets and even back windshield wrap sheet. Yo, that's dope, man. That's dope. Nick, I love that. I love that. Now I might do that back windshield wrap. No lie, dude. I might consider that. What? Are you serious, dude? That's awesome, man. He said Nick Bravo says, LOL, this is ORS. It's a method counselors use with clients to build trust and help the client find solutions. Boom. The truth is universal, guys. Truth is universal. It is universal. So it's just some of the small details that change. I just made that ORS that counselors use specific for real estate. And I didn't even know what the hell that ORS is, man. It's just basic human knowledge, human psychology, guys. It really is. Saeed, solutions is the remedy to business no matter what you do. Man, you hit the nail on the head with that one, homie. Yes, solutions. We are solving somebody's problem. Any type of business, guys, any type of business, you name it, you are solving a problem. My watch, man, people want to know the time. That's solving a problem, man. Glasses, man, person couldn't see. Hat, my hairline receding. You feel me? I got to hide that thing. You dig? So, hey, that's solving a problem, you know? So, but real talk though, man, that's solving a problem. You know what I mean? And that's what business is. So, Saeed, you hit that on the head, man. But guys, I do appreciate you watching. Um, I'm going to give you just a quick recap, right? The ways that you can get started in real estate. One, the first thing is educate yourself on creative financing tools. All right. You want to have that in your tool belt. The second thing is start looking for off market deals. Off market, if it's for sale, we don't want it. The third thing is networking, guys. Get around somebody that is in the real estate profession. Okay. Realtor, notary, property manager. You know what I mean? Wholesalers, man. Go be a cold caller. Go get them coffee. I don't even give a shit, dude. Get their documents notarized for them. I don't even care, man. Do something. Bring value so that you can be around that person and you can soak in that knowledge, because knowledge will help you get to that next level. Then we've got the ACEs method. All right. ACEs. That's Go Getter Families. Man, what ACEs? Awareness, credibility in counseling, education, and then securing the deal. All right. So, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys coming to check me out on this Friday evening. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna try to enjoy my weekend. I get kind of depressed on the weekends because I can't close any transactions. What can I say, man? I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I love this shit. Love it. It has changed my whole life, dude. My whole life. I was just on the team meeting, man, with four of my team members, man. Four of my team members, my head of sales, my head of student outreach, my head VA, and then my head of tech. And I'm sitting there and I'm telling people, you know, what it is I need them to do, what they got to do, right? And then I paid everybody today, man. And I'm like, damn, this is what my life is. Like, holy shit, dude. This is what my life really is. And a year and a half ago, guys, a year and a half ago, I was working at a landscaping company. I mean, think about that, man. And real estate changed my life, man. Is that not amazing? Could you imagine that? Like where you are right now in life, everybody that's watching, where you are right now in life. And then in a year and a half, man, a year and a half, you're making 6, 7 figures. You own multiple houses. You're taking your family on vacations. You got a team of people, man, that are working to build your business. You are creating income for them. Man, isn't that awesome, man? Like, think of because you guys all can do it. You guys all can do it. The information is there, the knowledge is there, the technical capabilities are there because all you need is one of these and maybe a laptop. Maybe a lot. I didn't even have a laptop when I started. Shit, I used this thing and I had an old busted up iPhone. So, guys, I got to get up out of here, man. I do appreciate you guys popping in with me on this Friday. Don't forget, guys, to hit that like button. And if you feel that I brought you some value, consider subscribing to my channel, man. But for now, I'm Gene Boykin, the founder of the GoGetter family, and I'm up out of here. All right. So, until next time, let's get to it, y'all.
I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters.